Happy Thursday, everyone. This is Krystal Lee Moore Lucier, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Krystal Lee Moore, with Royal LePage Triland Realty in London, Ontario, and this is episode 17 of Realtor Life, a fun and entertaining way to learn about life in the trenches as a real estate professional in Ontario, and, hopefully, to learn some valuable lessons and takeaways. Now for this week's 5 circle goals inspired by Buffini & Company, which are goals for the 5 circles of our lives: spiritual, family, business, financial, and personal. I hope you're choosing goals for yourselves every week and writing them down. My spiritual goal this week is to continue to find time for myself to meditate and play the ukulele and listen to Elevation Church on Sundays. I'm also starting to raise money for the Royal LePage Triland Shelter 2.0 Cup in August and the CIBC Run for the Cure in October. For my family goal this week, we're trying to spend more time with family now that the lockdown restrictions are being slowly lifted, and Brett and I are taking time to celebrate our 2nd wedding anniversary. For my business goal, I'm working towards my first ever Diamond Award level, and I am 94% of the way there. So exciting! For my MBA, the first course went well, and I'm into the 2nd course. For my financial goal, we're saving and trying to ensure that we have a great summer with the kids. And finally, for my personal goal, I have just started a new 28-day fitness and strength challenge, and I'm working on learning more songs on the ukulele. I hope that hearing about my 5 circle goals has inspired you to choose or write down your own 5 circle goals. I'd love to hear more about them. You can go to my website at www.krystalleemore.ca and find my contact info, or send me an email at krystalleemore@royallepage.ca. And now, a key lesson I learned as I brought my business from 0 sales and 0 contacts to consistent success year over year. Build your database. When I first became a real estate agent, I dipped my toe into the waters of the industry. I was a full-time employment law clerk, and I got my real estate license to try it out. I had a big network of people in Ottawa, and it seemed fairly easy to get clients. When I moved to Guelph, Ontario in 2012, I thought, this is going to be a piece of cake. I'm amazing and from our national capital. Little Guelph will be easy now that I'm going to be devoting all of my time to real estate. So, this is where life stepped in and gave me a lesson in humility. I might have had the potential to be awesome, this is true, but my brief success in Ottawa had been credited to my amazing network. I quickly learned, okay, maybe not so quickly as it took me 8 months to sell my first house, that network was everything. There I was, new in a city of 120,000 people at the time. I took a course that my brokerage was promoting, Peak Producers by Buffini & Company. It was great. Brian Buffini and Joe Nigo were awesome, successful, funny, and they had great tips. Leverage your database. My what? My database? I knew one person, and he was also a real estate agent. Uh-oh. In the 8 months between starting at the brokerage and selling my first house, my learning curve was vertical. I almost quit real estate, almost moved back to Ottawa, and almost changed to a familiar brokerage in another city. I went to every, and I mean every, networking event, trying to find a way to find my people. I collected cards, and then I added everyone to an Excel sheet. You remember Excel, right? I know several colleagues, realtors and non-realtors, who also collect cards, but then they just pile them up on their desk, or worse, in a drawer. Out of sight, out of mind. I started to keep track of all of my interactions, but it was getting really difficult on that Excel sheet. I tried a few free CRMs, or database managers, to no avail. Finally, I found the Buffini & Company CRM, or Client Referral Maker. The funny thing is that I had free access to that CRM while I was taking Peak Producers, but I never took advantage of it or even opened it. Oops. It was awesome, and it still is. I'm happy to be quoted as saying that I never want to do business without my Buffini CRM. That's how much I love it. I have information in there about every person I have met in the past 10 years. When I've called them, dropped by, which properties we have sold, what their kids' names are, pets' names, you name it. The key is to help my mind remember everyone as though we were best friends. It makes a huge difference. The other thing I started doing with this database is especially key because at the beginning, I had it filled with 99% businesses and 1% of people who might be interested in real estate. I started trying to use the businesses myself or refer them when I could. I took an active interest in helping the businesses around me. I would send personal notes, bring little pop-by gifts. This is a Buffini term, but basically it means that you pop by with a little something, be it candy, a small gift, or whatever, to show people that they matter. I was able to support a local business, Edible Promotions, at the same time. We created mini pop-by candies for this purpose. My goal was to get to know the community and to have the community get to know me. This was a huge success. When people see that you genuinely care, it makes a big difference. I have actually sold homes for several of the networking professionals that I've been blessed to meet, and I happily support their businesses too. New city, same formula. I spent 8 years building a successful business in Guelph. Almost a decade, some may say. And I had vowed to never have to start over with real estate again, especially not for a man. But there's a saying, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. I fell in love with an amazing man, and all was going very well. I was in Guelph, and this man, Brett, lived in London. No problem. It was a little over an hour away to see him, but I had my house and my business in Guelph. We were a modern couple. We could live in different cities, right? Well, getting engaged changed everything for us, and shortly after I said yes, we began looking at houses in London. You know, just in case. We got married in June 2019, and we moved into our new home in July 2019. So now what? I had to start all over again. Oh boy. But this time, instead of just one person, I had a database of over 100 people in London that I had already been networking with. And I also had a proven formula for success from my experience in Guelph. I was well ahead of where I had been back in 2012. And I still had my database. I sent notes in the mail, thank you gifts, and take the time to show people that they matter. It has made all the difference, and it makes me love my career a little more than the average bear. Lessons. When you are building your real estate business, remember that people are the most important part. Remember that everyone you meet is a valuable connection. You can get to know them, serve them, and create a relationship. Where you give is not always where you receive from, and that's okay. If you have a heart to give, it will always come back. Notwithstanding the previous point, if you are consistently supporting someone's business and they are not reciprocating your support at all, it might be time to find a different person to support in their field. You don't have to give with an expectation, but you do need to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. When you meet people, find out more about who they are and what they do by asking questions. Stay in touch, write a note, follow up, invite them for coffee, live or virtual. Take time every year to go through your database and update it. This is tough to prioritize and takes a while, but it makes a big difference. Get an awesome database manager. It might be a small investment in your business. Buffini's starter package was something like $150 a month, including mail-out cards and items of value. This database will be one of your most valuable assets. Stay in touch and show people that they are important to you. One of the best books I have read that helped me enjoy networking was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Learn the names of people you meet, ask questions, and show them that they matter to you. That's all for this time. If you have any comments or questions or feedback, you can always find me at on Instagram at Your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Facebook at Krystal Moore Real Estate Sales, or by going to my website at www.krystalleemore.ca. Stay happy, healthy, and grateful, everyone. Here's to a week of peace, laughter, love, and adventure.